Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome to A Dose of Reality. So it's Monday. Normally it would be Manny Monday, but since it's the first Monday of May, I have decided that it's going to be the myasthenia gravis awareness video. So I didn't do one for April, and I was a little disappointed about it, and I knew I had to do one for May. And given that I was just released from the hospital yesterday, I figured I definitely had to do one. So for those of you who are not aware, it feels great to be back. I was gone all last week. I apologize. There were no videos last week. I was in the hospital for myasthenia gravis related stuff, and I went through my first round of IVIG. Was a really scary experience, but a really worthwhile experience too. So I feel a lot better. I was actually admitted after seeing my neurologist on Wednesday, and I was able to Sunday. So I got home later on Sunday evening, but I did make Game of Thrones, so I was really excited for that. I had some really great nurses at the hospital. They helped me get through the process, walked me through everything. My doctor was fantastic about it. He didn't like how I was presenting. My symptoms specifically for the MG were the day that I went in on Wednesday. Aside from the ocular symptoms, I was having difficulty breathing, swallowing, and extreme weakness. My shoulders and my hip flexors, when he tested me, were really weak. I couldn't even hold my arms up. And he basically said, "You're going to the hospital, there's no question." And my mom was with me, and we were going to go shopping after my doctor's appointment because I had the day off of work. She took off, and we ended up spending the day in the hospital waiting to be admitted. The charge nurse at my doctor actually called over and got me pre-admitted, so I was in the emergency room, but not technically in the emergency room. So we just had to wait for my bed to be ready up in neurology. And it was a good 5 hours down in the emergency room. It was kind of crazy. They wouldn't let me eat anything because of the swallowing issues. Had to be evaluated by speech, had to be evaluated by respiratory every day. Thankfully, my breathing is still somewhat on the low end of normal, but I am in the normal range, so they let me come home, which I'm so glad that I'm home. You don't realize just what you miss about home. I mean, you go on vacation and you're like, when you come home, it's like, oh, it feels good to be home. It's my stuff, it's my bed, it's my this, it's my that, but just being away from home for that length of time, it was really hard. And, thank God I have, family that was able to support me and friends that were able to support me. I had some friends that came to visit me in the hospital that I would not have guessed would have come to visit me, to be perfectly honest. Like, not that they're not good friends, because they are, but just unexpected. The amount of support that I had, and I'm very, very grateful for all of the support that I had through this whole process. And even with Matt, like, he couldn't come visit because I was more than an hour and a half away up at my neurologist when I was admitted to the hospital. So he couldn't come to visit because of his work schedule. So he had to stay down here and just take care of everything down here and hold down the fort and, make sure that the pets are taken care of and he's getting to and from work. And, we talked all the time, and he just tried to keep me calm because, I was not very calm when I found out I was being admitted to the hospital. I mean, it's one of those things, when I left for the morning, I said goodbye. I said I'd see you later. And, I didn't see him until yesterday, about 7 o'clock at night, I think, is when I saw him. So maybe a little bit after that. So it was a little bit difficult to handle. Like I said, the nurses that I had were fantastic. They were phenomenal. They really knew kind of how to keep me calm and what to say and how to explain everything to me The whole IVIG process was not nearly as scary once I started it as it was when it was being explained to me. I did not have the side effects at all. I didn't have any headaches. I didn't have any type of allergic reaction. They did explain to me that I could have the headaches. I could have an allergic reaction. I didn't have any of that. They did keep me hooked up to an IV constantly while they were delivering the IVIG, though, just to keep me hydrated, because they were afraid of me getting headaches, just because I am prone to migraines and I'm prone to headaches as it is. So they didn't want to risk it, especially the first day when I was in there to receive the treatment. I did come in presenting with a headache already before they even started treatment, so they didn't want to risk anything. I'm trying to think of anything else, because I am making this video because I want to give people information on, not only on myasthenia gravis, but on the process of IVIG. For those of you that don't know about it, who've never been through it, because this was something that I kind of wish I had somebody, that had talked to me about it. I mean, I'm in Facebook groups and there's, been posts about it, but you're never really prepared for it. So I think having somebody talk about it in a forum that's kind of more open and more personal, I think that's what I'm trying and I'm attempting to do, and I hope I'm doing it well enough that if you yourself are going to be going through it, that if you have questions, feel free to leave a comment, because I'm hoping I can answer at least something. This was my first time going through this, but more than likely I'm going to need boosters. More than likely it's not going to be my last time going through this. I'm hoping that if I have to go through it again, that it will be an outpatient kind of thing, that I'll be able to go to an infusion center, I'll be able to go to a Walgreens or something like that, as the doctor explained to me. But for now, this was what we had to do to get me healthy, to get me to a point where I was able to get up and walk around comfortably, safely, without feeling like I was going to fall down, to be able to make me feel like I could breathe and take a couple deep breaths without feeling like I was going to pass out, and to be able to eat and chew and swallow food, drink without choking, which was quite frankly one of the scariest things that I've ever experienced. So I'm hoping, like I said, that I've helped somebody understand a little bit about the IVIG process. If you don't know what IVIG is, it's intravenous immunoglobulin, and it's an infusion. Mine was run over 6 hours, but it can be run a lot faster than that. They ran mine slowly because they didn't, again, want to risk giving me headaches or anything like that. Other side effects that they did mention were possibilities for blood clots. So I was getting heparin shots. Those were not my favorite. Heparin shots and other types of medications to prevent me from getting blood clots. So yeah, it was an experience, and while I am grateful for the experience and I'm grateful for feeling better, I'm hoping that I never have to have that experience again. But I'm hoping that by sharing my experience and sharing this video with all of you, that I can help somebody who may have a similar experience in the future. So, sorry that this video is a lot more serious than my normal videos are, but that's part of the reality of life, and that is going to be part of the reality channel moving forward, especially the first Monday of every month. Okay, so my volume mysteriously cut out for like the last minute of my video, so that was a little strange. So I'm just going to wrap this right up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, never miss a dose of reality ever again. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I am Bree51687. I would love to interact with you in those ways. I will be back on Friday for sure for our TGIF video, and possibly on Wednesday. I'm looking to do a Wednesday video series. I just have to figure out what I'm going to call it. So if you have an idea for what I can call my Wednesday series, leave me a comment down below and let me know what your ideas are. I'll see if I like any of them. Maybe I'll give you a shout out on Wednesday if you're the one who needs it. I will be back, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.